So we have 2 more topics, and we will be done. Okay, so we're going to do data cleaning example, the same example that we did in Python, where we look at each column of the data set and see what's wrong and fix the problems. Okay, so data cleaning. And once we get that example done, then we will look at visualization using the package called ggplot. Okay, so that's part of R, and that comes bundled with the tidyverse. So when you run tidyverse, you'll get that, and then we will look at visualization using that. So that's the agenda. Okay, so we're going to now okay. So first library tidyverse. Okay. Now I'm going to put for this chunk message equal to false, so that way the message that tidyverse generates will not be part of the knitted PDF file. Okay, so this part will not appear. Okay, now we're going to read the data, and it is the same data file that we used when we looked at this example in Python. So that would be this. Okay, it's there in Canvas. So I'm going to get that. All right. And let's say we'll call it df1 and read CSV. Okay. And it is here. So if you use backslash is an escape character. So if you just keep it as one backslash, it'll generate an error. So you really need to escape the escape character. So we will have just a backslash. I think, okay, so see here it is giving an error because of that. So we need to put 2 of them, then that's read in. So you have here, these are the columns. And the first thing is, we want to get rid of all this excess white space that we have. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And it's a lot easier in R. Okay, several of these cleaning steps are easier in R, as you will see. So removing, you don't have to, it's really quite straightforward. So we have name, right? And then the str function, which is part of string R library, and string R library is part of tidyverse. So you do get all the str functions from tidyverse. So so all we have to do here is say str squish, okay, and that's it. That will remove all the okay. So now if you run that, you go back and check the name, you see all the excess white space are removed. Okay. All right. Next step is we want to split the name into first and last. So right now we have the name, a space, and the last name. Okay. Now in this example, all the names are just first and the last name. So it's going to be easy for us. But in reality, It's not going to be this easy. So some of them will have a middle name, and then there will be a period, and there probably will be some suffix at the end, the junior and the third and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a lot harder in real situation. But okay, let's keep it simple for the moment. And to take care of that kind of situation, we have to use what the regular expression. Okay, we didn't cover regular expression, but regular expression is a very powerful way of looking for all those combinations and then cleaning them up. So it's a, if you're good at regular expression, this is a piece of cake. Okay, but we need to know regular expression for that. So given that this is a simple case of splitting first and the last, then it's pretty easy. So first let's try it out and then we can save it. Okay, str split, right? If you do str split and then the name, okay. Now str split will return split. Okay, well, yeah, I have to provide split where, right? What's the pattern that we want to split? So pattern here is a space, right? So space would be the place where it will split, and it's going to give us a list, and that's not a easy way of, I mean, list has some very important functionality, but for our purposes here, list is not going to work. So we have to say simplify equal to true. Okay, something else is wrong. Oh yes, name is to be. Okay, see now it's split into a matrix, right? Without simplify, it will be a list. Okay, I'll show you what that would be like. Okay, so it will be like this, and we don't want that, so this is what we want. So now we can put the first part into one variable, the second part into the second variable, and so df1, and since there are two parts, okay, we have to provide two column names here. Okay, so we have to give that as a vector. So we can say first name and then last name, right? So now if you go in here and see, okay, so this name is still there, but now you have first and the last name split up. Okay. Now we want to get rid of the old name. So if you say df1, okay, and then we say df1, the easiest way of doing this is to look at, okay, so this is the second column, all right? So if you say df1 minus 2, okay, well, I have to put that in a chunk. Okay, so now the name is gone.